Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a full review and 6 looks of the new Pat McGrath Celestial Nirvana. This is her holiday palette that she releases every year. I only own one more of hers, like the last year. It's this one right here, and I absolutely love this palette. And you know, there's quite a big difference between them. This one's very bright and this one's more muted, and I think that's why I loved this one so much, just because it had so many good colors that I could wear daily, and a lot of shimmers, and just so many good colors here. I loved it. So when I saw the release of, wait, that's gonna fall. So when I saw this one, I wasn't super excited, but I know a lot of people would be because they've been asking to get more color from Pat McGrath and less pinks and purples, yet here we are with more pinks and purples. But she did give us a little bit more like a green and just a little bit more color overall. You know, this bright blue, and there's more color here for sure. And when I opened it up, it looks darker. Like, you're not gonna get a lot of bright looks from this, or even like the more neutral ones. They're pretty just darker, which I don't think it's a negative. I think it's just something that you should know. If you're very fair, all these colors will be a little deeper on you. But again, if you're like mid-tone or deeper, I think, you know, you can do so many beautiful looks with these because the colors are more intense and, like I said, deeper. So I've already played with all of them. I'm going to show you some swatches right now, and I will show you 6 looks that I created with this palette. I kind of tried to go this way. So I kind of tried to stick with 2 looks from this. I think I did 3 looks from this. No, I can't remember. Anyway, but I kind of try to stick to like this area because that's kind of how she promoted it, as if this is like 6 palettes in one. So you can have, wait, I need something. Okay, so like you can have those looks, or like, you know, the next 6 and then this area. So I kind of try to stick to that. That way, maybe in the future, if you're overwhelmed, like you have just an idea of how to use those colors and just examples of looks that it's easier. So I didn't just jump around all throughout, maybe here and there a little bit, but yeah, this palette is $82, so it's kind of up there, and you get 18 colors. And I actually really like this layout rather than last year. Last year had something in the center and it was just messing me up. So I like nice evenness, consistency. So these are the swatches. Overall, they swatched really nice. The mattes seem a little bit more velvety, but not all of them. Like that deeper blue one and the green one swatched not great, but I built the color up just for the sake of you guys seeing the color. But I don't expect mattes just in general to swatch well. So now let's get into our first look. To start off the first look, I'm gonna take Desert Divinity and building that up in my crease. You'll see throughout the video, this is a color that I literally start every single makeup look. Nightfall is a nice, deeper, richer brownie mauve color, and I'm building this up in my outer corner and in my crease, and it's nice, blends in nice, and a little hug good night for my daughter. Taking a fluffy brush and just blending out that color. Next color is Bronze Infatuation, and I absolutely love this color. I think it's deeper than I was expecting, but it has a lot of beautiful shift to it, shine, and I just love the undertone. I tend to go for these colors a lot. On the lower lash line, I'm pretty much copying whatever I did to the top. I'm taking that Nightfall color to tight line a little bit, add a little bit more depth to the lash line top and bottom. and smudging that color out a little bit. Next, I'm taking the Cosmic Champagne and brightening up that inner corner. Quite an intense color, and I'm adding a little bit of mascara to it, and this is the finished look. I love it. It's good for every day, and it's just a beautiful look. Next look, we're starting yet again with Desert Divinity, putting that in my crease. This is a good transition color. And I wanted to use this green. This is Altered State, and it is a really pretty color. However, I had some issues blending this color out. It is quite pigmented, and I will say it can stain. But once I took a fluffier brush and try to blend this out, I definitely struggled just a little bit with it patching a little bit, so I kept having to go back into the green, adding more pigment and blending it out with a fluffy brush. I even took some of the browner colors to try to blend this out, and it was kind of picking up the green a little bit. I don't know, just some issues. But I took this bronzy color, Guilty Opulence, and put it smack in the middle and blended it out with my finger. I took another brush and try to, blend those two colors together. It's a pretty color, but it's quite yellow. It's on the borderline where I would like it and not like it. But I needed more depth and more dimension, so I took Angelica in the center and blended that in with the gold color. In the inner corner, I took that same color, brighten up that inner corner. On the lower lash line, I decided to pick this Victoria Beckham liner and smudge it out. I needed some intensity on the lower lash line, and I actually took some of the green from the palette and smudged that. And then I also took a black liner because I really felt like it needed it, and did a wing liner, and then some mascara, and this is the finished look. Next, we're starting yet again with this beautiful brown color, and then I'm taking Fabulosity. In this color blended in so well. I was so surprised. I had no issues with blendability. And then I took this Violet Vixen color and builded out my lash line. I kind of wanted this smoked out lash line, so you'll see that I keep adding more product, and I'm actually gonna take this Nocturnal Navy color and build up even more. So I'm going back and forth between the violet color and the navy one, just to build that depth and smokiness to the look. I kind of wanted it to be kept in that V line. On the bottom lash line, we're doing pretty much the same, copying whatever I did on the top lash line on the bottom and smoking it out. In the center, I'm taking the Eternal Amour, and this color is beautiful, a bit more brighter pink than I expected, but it has a lot of reflection. It's very creamy. In the inner corner, I took this champagne color and just brightened it up. I also took it smack in the middle. I just wanted a little bit more dimension. And this is the finished look. I put a ton of mascara, tight lined, and I may have added a little bit of dark liner. And this is the finished look. I actually love this look. I think it's my favorite. Next one. Yes, yet again, Desert Divinity in the crease. And then I'm taking this Flame Fatale. This is a red bright color, and it blends in so well. I was so surprised that it blended in so easily, because these sometimes tend to be just a little harder to blend out. Then Auburn Allure just intensified the look a little bit more. It didn't do anything crazy, but I do like the color. Next, I'm taking this Starlit Copper, and this is a very bright orangey copper. Not my favorite color in general, but it's good quality. Heavenly bronze all over the lid, blending it into that copper. This texture is actually very nice and intense. Golden Angelica in the inner corner, and then I'm taking Nightfall to smoke out the look just a little bit. I felt like it was slightly too red. And a ton of mascara, and that's the finished look. Fifth look starts with Venetian Peony, and I'm putting that in my crease. Again, this color is beautiful. It blends in super nicely. Nocturnal Navy, I'm taking this color on my lash line, smoking this out quite a bit. And on top, all over the lid, I'm taking this lunar lavender color, and wow, this is a stunning color, extremely smooth. However, this Aquarium Dream color, didn't love it. It was very textury. I kind of felt like it wasn't going on smooth. I actually ended up taking a brush to try to blend it in, and just wasn't my favorite. Went back into the navy and just intensified that lash line. And on the lower lash line, took that peony color and that navy and just connected it to the top. Brightening up that inner corner with that champagne color. And I added some liner, liquid liner, and a ton of mascara. And this is the finished look. Last look, again, Desert Divinity in my crease. Took that Nightfall bronzy shade, built it up in the crease, a little smokier. And then I'm taking the Nocturnal Navy and smudging this on the lash line, and then taking this fluffy brush and bringing that color into my crease slightly. I didn't want it to be completely navy. I just wanted the depth from it, and I'm pretty much copying what I did on the top, on the bottom, taking that navy color on the bottom as well. Eternal Amour all over the center and inner lid, and blending this out into that blue. And then on top of this, I'm taking the lavender color. Ooh, I love this combination. These two are beautiful. In the inner corner, a little bit of that champagne. And I decided to take that pink also on the lower lash line, a ton of mascara, and this is the final look. I think it's very mermaidy, fairy-like. All right, so my eyes were really hurting by the end of that video. So let's get into talking about the colors and kind of my thoughts. So I'm gonna start on this area first. I really liked pretty much all of them. Even the green, I kind of struggled a little bit when I wanted to blend in this green out, just because I felt like it was getting slightly patchy. Even when I like swatch it like this, you can kind of see it right here. There's slight inconsistency to the green. So I kept finding myself having to reach again and kind of build that color up and go back into a brown to try to blend that out. Also, when I blended that green out with, let's say, that brown, it almost picked up some of that green and it looked a little muddy, so I had to go back into the green and just fix it. So I don't think that the green is necessarily bad, but I don't think it's amazing. I like the color. I like the color story. Just this right here, I really like it. I wanted to do a more green focused look, even if I probably wouldn't wear it, but I wanted to just see the potential of that color. It's gonna be easy to just use that for like a liner or something like that. But again, like I had some issues blending that out, and it's not bad, but it's not great. I really like this color right here. It's definitely deeper and more intense, but I think it's beautiful for all over the lid. I think it's stunning. This gold, slightly disappointed. I felt like it was nothing special. Like, it wasn't super intense. It wasn't like textury. It was just okay. And the undertone is right on the border where I wouldn't like it. So it was fine, but I felt like I needed to put something on top of that. Otherwise, it just didn't look amazing. So I wish, I don't know what I wish there it would be. Maybe a little bit more texture in that gold, so it's something new, because I've seen that in Pat McGrath over and over again. Love these two, like I said, and this is an actual beautiful transition color. I'm glad it's there, otherwise I've have issues. Also, this color is much more cool tone. See right there, it has more of that mauve-y brown, and I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting it to be a dark, rich brown, and that's not a negative, it's just an observation. All right, moving on to these purples. The purples are amazing. Like, the matte purples are very hard to create, and these blended well. I had absolutely no issues, and like my looks, let me get more baby wipes. My looks when I use like the purples here, they turned out fast, easy, and good. Like, I didn't feel like I was sitting there for like 5 minutes trying to blend it out. Super good. I really like the undertones too. I think they're really beautiful. And yeah, that to me is the standout of this palette. Like, right here, I think the quality is amazing. This pink, really gorgeous, more pink than you'd think. So just think of that. And also, this is a beautiful, almost periwinkle, but it's brighter, more neon-y. So I really like that. And the blue is fine too. That blue, even though it's swatched kind of bad, it worked well. I did not like this color at all. It's chunky. It didn't sit on the eye well. I had to go back and forth with my finger. And even here, I don't know if you guys can tell, like, there's like some crumbs, and that's kind of how it goes on the eye. I was excited about that color, but I really didn't like the way it applied, and I kind of struggled with that. I had a lot of fallout from it, and it just seems just crumbly. So I didn't love the color. I used it, I think, only once, and once I started using it, I'm like, ooh, I don't like that. I feel like it's gonna ruin my look. But we made it work. So that was another disappointment. I did like the actual color. Like, I think it's really pretty. I didn't like the formula. Moving on to this area right here. And I just overall didn't love this area. I felt like it was blah. Like, I do not love this color right here. Usually I don't tend to love these kind of orangey, fiery colors. She has them in other palettes, and I never reach for them. I forced myself to make a look with this area. I do like this pink right here. I actually think it's more wearable than we think, because you blend it out and it's just a little softer. Okay, my hands are so dirty. So I do like that pink. This gold one, it's really pretty. Again, it has texture to it, but it blends it nice. So the gold is pretty, nothing that we haven't seen from her. And I'm not expecting to see everything new, but like, I don't know. It wasn't super impressive. It wasn't disappointing either. Now, I was actually surprised with this red. I thought it blended in really well, and for red, even that can be harder to blend out, and that one worked really well. Will I use a color like that often? Probably almost never. I don't love these tones. I do like warm tones, but I don't like red tones. I hope that there's a difference there. And this one blended out nice. I actually like this color in here. I think you could really do some fun looks with this. In this section right here, I think that's a good color and could be used. I did not love this color as well. It was a yucky color. Like, I feel like it looks, I don't know, and it's textury. Like, I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of is not smooth. It's not that super glittery topper to where like you have all these sparkles on, but it's it just skips, and I don't like that color either. So I feel like there's quite a few that I'm just slightly disappointed in, and I don't know that I don't think I would not recommend this palette, because if you like these colors, I think it's really pretty. But for me personally, I probably will almost never reach this area right here. You know, I really like the color scheme here. I think the purples and the pinks here are incredible. I really like this area right here. Hits or misses, but like I will use it. But this area, I just feel like it's just, I'm just not gonna get the use out of it. And like I mentioned, all those other colors, I feel like they were kind of duds in here and just harder to work with. I do commend her for giving us more colors, deeper colors, just a little bit more fun so we can play with colors. But you guys know me, I'm boring AF, and like, you know, I'm probably not going to reach a ton for this. Probably, honestly, for the purples, I think they're really good. And some of here, yes. But for me, I prefer last year's, just because I could do so many looks, and I found that just those muted colors were just so me. And this is just a little bit brighter, and I think it probably would be perfect for people who like a lot more color. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.